Slaps and snaps.
Slaps and snaps.
Secret number 14.
Slaps and snaps.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for sticking around with us on secret number 14. And I'm
After
telling
the
you,
slaps and snaps.
y'all are going to really enjoy this. If you are enjoying what you are seeing and you want the whole book, you can get it from this guy right here. Link is in the description of this video, and you can get this for the cost of shipping.
$9.95, y'all.
Dude, it's a lot of
That's
game.
so little, and it costs $27.95 retail.
Yeah,
So don't buy it retail.
yeah.
Get it for $9.95. Put the link in the description.
Seriously.
You want this content. You come this far. You want this content. Get the book.
Get the book. So, Secret 14. Now, it talks about in this section, they just elaborate on how you do not need to depend on one platform. And the key to this secret is podcasting.
Yep.
So,
That's what we're doing.
audio, you can take a video and do what we're doing. Just chop the audio. You have a podcast.
Yep.
You have something that people will listen to and come back to if they really are engaged with your content. So this is an easy thing to do, and it's of all of the methods of, doing your master show, in my personal opinion, I think podcasts are the most accessible.
Yeah.
Because you can make, if you have a smartphone, you can make a podcast.
Yeah.
Simple as that. It may
You could
not be
download
top
Anchor.
notch.
You could just do your
Yeah.
voice memos. There's a number of different apps out there besides Anchor.
Yeah.
Man,
Dude,
it's
there's
easy
so
to do a
many
podcast
ways.
from your phone now.
Yeah. So this section just takes care of the really, really huge details of how slaps and snaps can affect your method if you just go one trick pony on a platform.
So just to explain a little bit, slaps and snaps are basically when a platform like Google or Mark Zuckerberg with Facebook, and now Instagram for that matter, makes a decision that completely alters the platform. Going from organic traffic to having to be paid. I remember when you could have a brand page and you could get traffic organically. You didn't have to pay for ads, and your friends would still see it. And then over time, less and less, because for what it's worth, they're a business. They got to make money. So how do most businesses that are online make money? Advertising. And so now you have to buy ads in order to get eyes on them through Facebook and Instagram and Google. So when those decisions are made, or the rules of how things work, you were talking about the difference between your personal page and your fan page, or your page. That wasn't always that way. So these decisions are the slaps and snaps, like Thanos, where instantly the whole world changes and everybody has to adapt.
Exactly right. So just be very careful. But obviously what you want to do is be comfortable. So if you have a dominant platform, keep that in mind. But also you can do a podcast. And if you digest podcasts, this is a section for you, because there's, what do you know, a podcasting publishing plan. In the book.
What do you know?
What do you know?
There's a podcast publishing plan.
Yeah, dude,
And,
it's pretty tight. It's pretty tight.
If you really like podcasts, I really suggest this. And Russell always says in this book, choose the thing that you're most comfortable with. If you're not comfortable with doing a podcast and you like writing, do a blog. If you're not comfortable with writing but you love being in front of a camera, do a YouTube channel or an Instagram channel. And what we're going to get into next is the master show, where, especially if you're into being in front of the camera and being on audio, you can separate these mediums and be everywhere all at once in the way that that platform wants, and is along with its strategy and history, and also the consumer of that platform wants, because it is working in the medium of that platform that consumer wants to consume. So
Exactly.
The master show podcast is part of your master show, but the podcast itself can be a way to avoid the slaps and snaps, because people on your email list can also get to your podcasts, as long as you're sending them links. Maybe you got it on Spotify or wherever it is. You can send them links, and that's forever. As long as they don't unsubscribe, you can always avoid what's happening with the social media through your podcast. It doesn't matter. You don't have to buy ads on your own podcast and your email list traffic that you own.
You also, a good tip, you can also host your podcast on your site and just have people download it too.
Yeah.
Which is something I've thought about, which I'm probably going to end up doing at some point with some type of
You got to make sure that if you're going to have a lot of episodes, that you have the capability to store that much information on your site. But that's the only real restriction with that.
Yeah, exactly. Totally true. I mean, I think it would be cool to do like a limited thing where you buy it and then you download it, and then like if you don't download it, and then if you don't download it, I'll have it. So like I'll just send it to you. Yeah, you know.
Yeah,
that would be neat. But yeah, all right. So next secret. Speaking of podcasts, secret 15 is about conversation domination. Stay tuned for that one.